Hey everybody, welcome back to our channel. Um,
Hi.
we got back from our cruise
Woo. Our
finally.
girls' trip. Super excited. That was fun. That was awesome. Missed the guys, but it was fun. So
Yes, definitely. I know we usually say our names, but they're on the screen. Don't know who
I
we are
keep
until
doing it wrong. Hold
next
on.
episode. Get to know us.
Yeah.
Yep, just point,
Wrong
something.
side. Yeah.
Okay, so are you happy to be home?
I'm happy to be home. I was not happy to go back to work, but I'm happy to be home. But
I
it's
would have to say
always
I was
the
happy to be home.
huh?
I was
You
happy to
said
be home.
me too. I mean, I was definitely miss the family, but I just didn't like the idea of being disconnected. So that part was a little frustrating because when we were on the ship, we got disconnected and Costa Maya had no service whatsoever, which kind of sucked. But yeah, so we'll just go on through some pictures that April took, and just kind of talk about our experience on the Radiance of the Seas from Royal Caribbean. This was a smaller ship, but it was very late. To me, it was laid out really nicely, and it was beautiful decor. So I definitely like that about that, for sure.
Yeah,
Talk about
it was laid out very nicely. I was a little worried at first because doing a lot of research and videos, that's looking through videos before we went on this cruise. I felt like everything's going to be dark wood, and I was kind of worried about that, but it wasn't. I got some, of course, this picture, of course, that you see is dark wood, but that was like a passageway into one of the bars and stuff. It was really nice. I think it's
which
a little
I
bit of a
thought was
waste of
really
space,
cool.
but
Yeah, I like that. Like little passage through. It was unique. I liked it.
it was unique. Um, so let's go just thumb through some pictures here real quick and I'll try to explain what they are. And if you need to say something, stop me because and hopefully I'm not talking too loud. I'm using my earbuds today. So hopefully it's not too loud. I'm gonna try to talk softly. Um, this boat did have a lot of bars, I noticed.
Yeah, they sure did, which
Um,
was nice because when you're, trying to get a drink, you're constantly, the bars are full. It makes it a little frustrating because, you got to really weasel your way in there.
yeah, definitely. So this is a bar towards the back of the boat. Uh, the little window there, or the double doors back there is from the windjammer. But this came on the aft part of the ship where you could look towards the back of the boat. It was really nice. I don't think I've ever really seen anybody at that bar, but we did sit there every morning to eat our
Yeah.
breakfast almost every morning.
Yeah. I really didn't see
Um,
anybody really there.
so this is their centrum area. Um, you can look down from every floor on the ship and look down into the main central area down there where basically guest services are, where they have little music events down there. There's a bar down there as well. I want to say this is the floor we came on to get on the boat, or maybe it was the floor above. I cannot remember.
Yeah. I honestly don't recall. I think we came on 4 or 5.
Okay. Okay. Um, these changed colors, these lights change colors. They're like ombres. They would just change to red, yellow, orange, green, blue, and just start all over. It's really pretty. But there was
Mm-hmm.
seating on every level. So if people wanted to watch the show down there, they could actually just sit right on some chairs by their floor and watch it. So that was very
Mm-hmm.
convenient. This is flamingos in was this Casa Maya
Yeah.
where we your first stop. Um, I'm just gonna I was gonna show a bunch of pictures, but I don't want to bore you people with that much stuff. So one of the great highlights of this boat, which I thought was very interesting, I loved it. Melissa, I'm sure you loved it. Um,
Yeah.
this was their glass elevators, and they were see-through that looked out into the ocean. So I think I have a picture later that shows like the window behind, like once you walk into the elevator here, there's a big window that you can look to outside, and it was from every floor. So every floor you went to, you could actually see the ocean from outside, which I thought was really, really great idea. Um,
Yeah,
there's were pure glass, pure glass.
right. And like I said, but like this boat, this ship came from Alaska. So they made
Mhm,
any type of video that we actually researched on. It was saying that there was a lot of good views from this ship for that purpose.
mhm. Definitely was. Of course, there's Casamaya. The picture I showed you earlier where the bar was coming from the windjammer, this is the back part of that boat where they have a lot of seating. I did notice this ship has a lot of seating, which is great. Sometimes you cannot
Hmm.
find that on ships. But yeah, they had a lot of seating, which was really nice.
Yeah,
And it was covered. That's another thing. You weren't sitting out in the hot sun, you were covered.
true.
Now, I'm the type of person that likes to take, kind of architectural design pictures sometimes. And this was just the flooring, which this picture doesn't do it justice, but walking
No,
from one of the walkways into the casino. And I just thought it was really pretty.
yeah, it was definitely very pretty. This is
Now,
from
I know
our
you want to talk about
balcony.
this picture. Hmm.
Yeah, I mean this was my first time having, like, and I don't know if this is considered obstructive view or not, but you've got the boats, the lifeboats underneath you. It was very quiet in that little alcove. But you couldn't see the water crashing up on the side of the ship, which is something I like to sit on the balcony and look at. Still a beautiful view, of course, and um, but like I said, that hindered when you're on port side. It hindered you and my entertainment watching runners come back from the ship. So they're coming to the ship. So that was a little frustrating because I was like, oh my God, I want to see it. But, you know,
Yeah, we did notice that part of the ship was quiet. The
yeah,
downside was the rooms were not quiet because you could hear everything happening
yeah,
next door.
yeah,
So,
yeah. Nana, we got Nana, Nana.
Nina Nana.
Everything you
This
heard drawers shutting and everything. So it was a little obnoxious.
it definitely was. Toilets flushing 4 or 5 times a night, when you're sleeping. So, this is a picture into part of the dining room. I didn't put a lot of pictures of the dining room on here, but the dining room was really beautifully decorated. I thought it was elegant looking. They do have tablecloths. This was a little water feature back there with a grand piano. One of the workers standing there smiling at us. But yeah, that part was really beautiful. It was very. Um, it would be romantic if our husbands were with us. Imagine that. Even though we had our table for two, it was still, it was very nicely
I
decorated, I thought.
Do you know, I wish somebody was actually playing the piano each night. That would have been nice.
That's a good thought there. That would have been nice for them just to play ambient music, playing it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that
mean,
would have been
I
nice.
think they had some music on, but why have a piano in there if nobody's going to play it? I thought for sure at
That's
some
true.
point somebody was going to play, but they never did.
They did not. Um, these pictures are all out of whack, so are all out of order. So sorry about that. This is a pool that's in Casamaya. It's free. You didn't have to pay for it. Pretty large. I thought that was a unique feature
It was
there. Um,
definitely,
it was hot.
it was
It was
hot. It
definitely
was
hot.
warm, that was for sure. But you know what? That's the whole purpose of going to the Caribbean. I want it. Because
That
when
is true.
we went on our Hawaii cruise, it was what the first 2 days was pretty chilly.
Pretty cold.
So
Pretty cold.
we didn't pack for
So I was okay
chilly.
with it being warm.
Yeah.
Uh, so this is another seating area. We went here on our first day. This is the dog house. They serve hot dogs or sausage dogs or I think they were turkey or chicken dogs or something. I don't know. Um,
Yeah.
it wasn't bad, just a lot of bread.
A lot of bread. Little the bun was just a little too much, but very very messy because of that. So
Um,
you're trying to like have all your toppings. So, but it was a cute little place, and then the Windjammer is right behind there. So if you couldn't find seating there, you could come. We saw a lot of people come out to the hot dogs, the doghouse to eat. So, which is nice.
Yep. There was an entrance here, and there was over by this way too. There was another entrance into the Windjammer as well. This is no extra charge, so just in case you viewers are wondering about that, there's no extra charge for that. They did have a movie theater on board, very small, very quaint. Thought it was cute. Very high stadium seating. So we did spend a couple times in there watching a couple movies actually.
Yeah. Entertainment was nil on this ship. We'll go into the production that we watched a couple of, and but yeah, I mean, literally, there was no comedy. There was no. I know it's mainly Carnival that does like the dueling pianos and things like that, but still, it was movies, a couple shows, the Love and Marriage show, and it was. Yeah, I could have done with a little bit more entertainment, especially on,
Right.
sea days and things like that.
I agree. I agree. So let's see. Another picture of Casamaya. Sorry, they're out of order again. So here's that window I was speaking of regarding the elevators. Once you're inside the elevator, this is the big window you see, and it spans 13 floors.
Yeah,
So you get to see this. There is an area, I think, what was it on deck 4, where you could walk underneath where this window started.
underneath. Yeah, and that was
Yeah, so there was a little
pretty cool
walkway
as
there.
well. Yeah.
So, but to see that view every day, it was just absolutely breathtaking, in my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's Cozumel. Our boat is back there, and this was a Viking. I can't remember what the name of the Viking ship
Oh,
was, um,
I
but
can't
they
either
parked right
now.
next to us in Cozumel.
Yeah,
Um, our only downside to Cozumel, and I'm not putting anything down about Mexico. I know a lot of people enjoy Mexico. I personally don't like the fact of being constantly hounded to come into people's shops all the time.
yeah.
But
That
it was like
was
every step you took, that's what they were trying to get you to do, and it was very annoying.
and crazy as it sounds, they have like shop after shop after shop, and it's the same things. It's you've got the just knickknack kind of stuff, but you've got jewelry and you've got, and it was like, if I didn't go in it over here, I'm not going to go in right here. But then they have like five
Right.
people standing out there at one time, and they're just like, "Come, come, 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 come." And it's like, to me, it's overwhelming. And, I'm not an anxiety kind of person, but in a way, it kind of gives you some anxiety,
Yeah.
because it's like you're just being, can I just look? Give me a second, let me look around. And I would come into your shop and probably buy something, maybe. I am cheap, but but I would probably come in and look around if you weren't so pushy either. But
Exactly. I
they're
agree.
always like that. They're always going to be like that. I think you and I both agreed. We're like, okay, we've seen it, done it. If we ever go back to Mexico, it's going to be, I'm not even going to get off the ship. I'm just going to, you
Right.
know, yeah,
Yeah.
lay out.
And I think we spoke out on that too, is like, even if we take other cruises and they're not going to Mexico, they're going to other destinations that we've already been, stay on the boat.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah. You
cruise. You
get,
can
you
lay it
get
out in the
great
sun.
seating. You get great seating at the pool.
You sure do. You sure do. So this is a part of our room, the configuration of our room. The bed was together. We had it separated. Um, that was a unique feature. Um, there beds are still round. Go figure. I don't know where they get round mattresses
We're
from.
trying, yeah, we're trying
Downside.
to figure that out because I honestly, maybe I've never paid attention to it. You brought attention to it when we were in there, and I was like, I've never really paid attention to that. So now I'm like, I want to go back and look at some other pictures from other cruises and see, was it a square bed or was
Now,
it
now, I think Royal's only round, and I could be wrong. Maybe Norwegian's like that too. I've not been on Norwegian yet, but
yeah,
I know Carnival's square. But Royal Caribbean has the round edged beds. Uh, the one
yeah,
downside to their bedding is they do not use fitted sheets when they separate the bed. I
no.
don't even think they use them when they have the beds together.
I personally
But
don't think so either, and it was very frustrating because you got wrapped up a couple good times in there, and
I did. I did. They're little towel animals, which I thought those were cute. You don't have to use the big towels to make these humongous animals. We only got 2 during this 5-day cruise, so, those were
yeah,
really cute little things with, you know.
they sure were.
Um, there was a there was a feature in this room, I don't think I have a picture of it, that we can let our listeners know about. They have a night light, in this room that's kind of over closer to the bathroom, and it's
Hmm.
motion censored, and it comes on to give you light so you can see to get in the bathroom at night, which is fine, but it's extremely bright. And if you're like me or Melissa, which we have to have it pitch black, dark to sleep, and that light comes on while it's pitch black, it's gonna wake you up.
Well, and
So
it dawned on me at one point with that. It's great to get to the bathroom, but then when you close the door, it's pitch black in there. So I don't know about you, but I'm
correct.
not going to turn on that bright light, in the
Right.
middle of the night to go to the bathroom. So, I mean, it's a nice thought that they put there, but I just think that they should add them to the bathroom, have a motion light underneath the sink or something closer to the floor.
Right.
Um, that way it's subtle. It's, and then because we had to close a curtain in order
That
to
separated
keep
the
the
room.
nightlight. Yeah, but we noticed that it got very warm on that side of the bed because the AC wasn't able to get through that heavy curtain because it's the same curtain that's hanging, by the balcony.
I don't know if y'all can hear that, but my cat is walking around meowing extremely loud. So if that comes across, I do apologize because she's awfully loud.
So I can't
Oh my
hear him, but
God.
that doesn't mean anything.
Right. True. This is another picture in Casamayo. Just took a picture of the military or the police, not military, it's police, I guess. Full
Yeah.
gear. All you could see was their eyes. I don't even know if you could see their eyes. You said you've seen some with goggles or glasses
I
on.
want to
They
say
are
they
fully
literally
masked.
they were completely covered. They, walking around with, what, some kind of rifle. And so
Pew pew.
it's kind of crazy. Like, it's like,
That was
it's just a little
intimidating.
awkward. Yeah, it's a little intimidating. Yeah. But
Um, this is another bar off from that other area we showed. It kind of leads into that. I believe this was the Schooner Bar,
hmm
and we did trivia in here. So we got a couple of questions wrong. So speaking of those questions, uh, we'll go ahead and ask you guys, being it was part of our trivia for our trip, see if y'all can get them right because we got them wrong.
we got them wrong.
And
Yeah.
you said your grandson answered them correctly?
Yeah, he sure did. So it just reminded me that, we're not smarter than a first grader, clearly. But I was like, thank God I'm never going to be on that show. But
Right?
what was it? What is the largest bear in the world?
Mhm,
And what is the
mhm.
deadliest insect in the world? And he got them immediately. You and I were, wrong. So,
I
but I
did
feel like
ask
it's like,
Ed last night about those after not last night, it was the night before. I'll just tell our viewers here, we tried to do a stream the other night, and I thought I hit record, and we did not. So we went through a whole spiel and yeah. So this is, this is a
hey,
short
this
version
is
of it.
take two. This is take two. So what did Ed say?
He got the one about the bear. He said something first, but then goes, "No, I think it's blah blah," and that one was right.
Okay.
The insect he did not get correct, and I don't remember
Okay.
what he said, but he did not get that correct.
Okay.
So I don't feel so bad.
I know, right?
So here's another picture of the dining room, tablecloths. I don't think I put the picture in there of how the table was set up because they had so many utensils on it. I'm like, what are all these utensils for? What are you
Yeah.
for? And they would come in and move stuff around, but
And I took a
at least
picture
they
of
came
that.
across.
It's on
Did
my
you?
phone, unfortunately, but it, I understand the etiquette and it's beautiful, but realistically, we did not use half of these utensils.
Right.
Why even bother? Because now, again, you talked earlier about the tablecloths and how much, like, they're beautiful and Carnival doesn't do them anymore, which makes a lot of sense. I mean, yes, they're very elegant, but if people aren't going to dress up, then why are we having, major elegance in there, people coming in with flip-flops
Hmm.
and things like that. But what a waste of laundry and time cleaning dishes when we didn't
Water
even
and
touch
yeah,
them.
yeah.
They sat us at a table of four the last night, and I guarantee you they had to clean off the entire table and
That's true. I
rewash
forgot about that.
those.
We were at a table for four.
Yeah,
I forgot about
and I'm
that.
like, that's such a waste of time. but,
Mhm, mhm.
but yeah, for the most part, we
I totally
sat at a
agree.
table for two, and it was
We did.
nice. Yeah, they kept trying to
Over
sit
in the
us
corner.
with other, yeah, they kept trying to sit us with other people, and it wasn't that we were trying to be, not personable, but when I'm eating dinner, I just want to eat dinner and chat with my, my friend or my loved one. I don't want to meet new people at dinner.
We'll meet 'em out having a drink at the bar or whatever else like
Right.
that. My dinner takes long enough as it is. I don't need it to be prolonged by an extra hour, so
True.
I
Very
agree.
true.
This is a picture of their shop area. I think you mentioned that you thought was kinda small compared to because a lot of them, now that you talk about it, a lot of them were just windows,
Yeah.
with stuff in them.
Oh
They
yeah,
weren't
that
actually
whole thing
shops.
right there. Yeah, there was only one, two, three
Yeah.
shops, I think, total. Um,
Mhm, mhm.
well, and they actually, and there, it's probably literally two because you've got the one side and it conjoined, and then you have the other side.
That's
But
correct.
it was very small. And I mean, now granted, I'm not a shopper, but it's still nice to do something and just walk through, you know.
Mhm.
Um, but this one, literally, as soon as you get past that pole, it's like that's it, and it goes into the
Yeah,
photo area, which
yes.
we got a couple photos taken, but never saw them except for one of us on the pool deck, and
Right.
we did not buy that.
That was a hideous picture. But they're doing it old school like some carnival ships do. They print out the pictures and they put
Yeah.
them on the wall and you go searching for them. I just wish, in my opinion, that no matter how old the ship is, and I think they're retiring the ship next year, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh.
But even on older ships, y'all need to, if you're going to take them to dry dock and kind of upgrade them or whatever, upgrade that part. Make sure things are digital because it makes things so much easier. You can
I
put the
guess
little
they
water
feel
bottle on
like,
your screen and stuff, but
yeah, I mean, I guess they're probably like, because you get entertainment by looking at other people's photos too. But in the same regard,
some of them were not
if
good.
no, yeah, the one we had was not. But but it's still, my time is valuable. I don't want to sit there and have to go through each section and search because people move stuff, and so you're trying to remember, what did we take a back in front of, what was the background, was it, because we kept going, was it gray, was
Right,
it blue, we
right.
couldn't really remember. But yeah, it just would be nice if, get some iPads, something, attach it to the room number. Carnival Celebration did that, and it was amazing.
Yeah, see,
Saved
I
a lot
like
of
that
time.
idea. I like that idea. I think I've gone on a couple of carnival ships that had that. The pictures, you could look at them in your room, honestly. It'd
Yeah.
have a watermark all over it, so you could take pictures of it, but you're not gonna be able to fix it because it's got carnival written all over it. So, and
Well,
that's fine.
and the celebration had it on your app as well.
Oh,
So
okay.
you were able
Yeah,
to heart them and do
that's
things
right.
like that. So yeah, so that was also very 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 nice.
Convenient.
So very convenient.
Um, we come into the room now. This was a little odd. This, we all know what this means. It's time to go home. But this was in our room 2 days before we were supposed to leave.
Yeah.
And I was like, well,
Yeah.
that's a way to put a damper on everything.
We already know we made the loop back, and so yeah, please don't put that in your room ahead of time, because it just, the day before is sufficient.
Yeah, this was 2 days before, and I was like, well, that sucks.
Yeah,
I'm
so we
guessing they
just,
want us off the ship.
yeah, well, we just tossed it on the couch. We're like, yeah, we're not looking at that. Still have 24 hours to look at that.
That's right. This is a picture of their pool bar. I didn't get pictures of the pool. I do have some videos I could possibly maybe upload to maybe our YouTube channel or something. With just,
Yeah.
an overview of stuff as well. This was a unique thing too, because you had the pool bar here, and then right back here was a bar itself. You had to stand up at it, but there was a bar that overlooked into the pool, which I
Yeah.
thought was a cool idea.
Yeah, it sure was.
There's that little area. There's Melissa in the background. Hi, Melissa.
Oh, there I am.
This is where we checked in for our muster station as well, which
Yeah.
that was
Wait.
fun too because that was really quick.
April was like, don't we have to do anything? And they were like, no, you checked in. You're good. Come back if something happens.
There you
So,
go.
and I always joke, because I'm like, I
Uh,
don't care. I don't care where my muster station is. I'm going to the first muster station or lifeboat that I see.
there you go. I don't think they're really going to check your badge and go, no, you need to go down the
Sorry.
hall and upstairs. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna do that. Um, I always get pictures of hallways. This is actually a good one because it looks like the hallway goes forever. But on this particular ship, the rooms I noticed you would go down a hallway and do like a kind of turn, and there was another hallway, and you do another turn, and there was another hallway. So it was kind of chopped up a little bit, but I just thought that was kind
MS
of neat. And
MSC was like that as well. And when I went, back to the room that one night from the Aurora Theater, I literally was like, I had to have little okay, remember that on somebody's door, remember that, just to kind of map my
mhm.
way back, because it
Yeah,
was definitely,
exactly.
it was a little confusing. And if you're intoxicated, that's definitely not going to be fun.
No, definitely not. Here's another picture of the Centrum area. I got as well. I really think that was pretty. There's a thing, I didn't put it in this slideshow, but up here, if you go all the way up to that floor, there is a glass up there that you can look down through here. It's got signs posted all over it, not to sit on it or stand on it or whatever, but if you've got vertigo, I would not look down through there because it's kind
Yeah.
of creepy.
I didn't, it just, you just said that, and it did not dawn on me when we looked down what that was actually looking at. And I was, until you just said
Really?
that, yeah, I don't know
Oh,
why.
wow.
I didn't
Yeah, that's
realize
what it
that.
is. It looks down into the Centrum area.
Right, because I was like, oh, okay,
Now
we're
on
not going to
on
look
other
over that edge.
ships, I know on other ships, which I did some research, was they had that same feature, but it's kind of made level with the floor, and you can walk across it.
Yeah.
but not on this one. Um, just a picture of the water with a rainbow in the background. We had several rainbows during this cruise.
Mhm. Yep. Very
Not
nice.
sure why,
That was
but
awesome.
different days and stuff like that. So yeah, it
Which
was
was
very
nice
nice just
after
to walk out there.
all the hurricane stuff that had gone on, weeks before. It was kind of nice. It was like, okay. It's
There
a
is a
sign of
ray
our
of
cruise going to
sunshine.
be wonderful.
Yeah, there you go. Another picture of the schooner bar. There's the bar area itself, extra seating. Like I said, tons of seating. Another picture of the pool in Casa Maya. Another picture of the Centrum area. They would have people sing here. I thought the area here, I think this is the bar right
Yes.
here. Um, and this, they would have people sing here. Another negative thing for this particular cruise here, they had the same singers every night, which I get. They sing the same
Hmm.
songs over and over and over and over and over again. So it was kind of like,
Yeah.
oh, please come on. So
Yeah. And
that's
like
just on
when
the
we,
negative side.
when we were on our cruise to Hawaii, we had Reggie who would ask, interact with the crowd. And it was
Yeah.
nice because, I mean, she could sing anything. And so that was
Mhm.
amazing. And she was a one woman band. But
She was.
one of the things that we talked about, and we didn't talk about on the last mock video, was very strange. When we ordered a drink from this bar, they went around
Yes.
the corner to get the drinks and took forever. And I'm like, there's a
There's a
bar
bar
right
right
there.
here. I didn't understand that either. Because the drinks
Yeah,
we got were off their menus that were sitting in this area.
yeah. So that was very strange to me. I've
Yeah.
never seen that. I mean, usually they would go to the bar that's closest, and they went. I'm not sure where they went for that drink, but it did take an awfully long time to get back.
It sure did. I do agree with that. This is Melissa's favorite thing to see pier runners and stuff. Of course, this is not people coming back, this is people going.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, we have to stand at the end of the boat at the aft to see
Yes.
stuff like this because, again, you saw where our room was. We couldn't see
Couldn't see.
anything
Yeah.
below the lifeboats.
Yeah. I
So,
mean, which was fine that we had to stand back there because, you know, we got off the ship and we spent maybe an hour off the ship and got back on. Usually,
mhm,
whenever we go, we're doing some type of excursion. So we come back and I'm like, I'm beat. I just want to rest in my room and sit on the balcony and enjoy the free entertainment. So this
correct.
we weren't super exhausted, so we could just go sit back there, have an ice cream, and you know
Yep, ice
enjoy that.
cream. Ice cream, definitely. That is a plus for Royal Caribbean that I do like. They and again, this is just our opinion. On Royal Caribbean, they tend to, if when we go to get ice cream, they had an actual attendant serve the ice cream for you. So there's not somebody up there, kids, whoever, just touching everything, making a mess. They would
Hmm.
you could either put it in a bowl, a cup, or a cone. You just tell them they would make the ice cream for you and hand it to you. So
Yeah,
I like that. That's just my opinion. So
yeah, because I mean, you
wish they
try to
had
be as
one more area, but
oh yeah, that was a little frustrating that they only had one machine um,
mhm,
for ice cream,
mhm.
but thank God it's not like McDonald's; it didn't break down, so it's all good.
That floor I showed y'all earlier, there it is right there. And this went into Casino Royale, which I lost a little bit of money. But that's
I
okay. It was
mean,
all in good fun.
I didn't lose too much, but I was standing behind you telling you to go big or go home.
Yeah, won't do that again though.
But smaller ship, smaller casino. We definitely wish that there was a little bit more. Uh, some that weren't 80 cents a dollar or $2 a bet. Because it's like I'm not a big gambler and I don't personally like to put in $50 and walk away negative after 5 minutes. My
Right.
my biggest thing with casinos, if you let me pretend like I'm winning at some point,
I'm gonna spend some more
um,
money.
I'm probably going to spend some more money. But when I go in there, like you came back to me at one point, you're like, I'm done, and I was like, oh, that was fast. So yeah, that was very, very frustrating. But one of the other things that we haven't talked about was there was no bathroom on the pool decks. Um,
Yes.
we that now in this solarium they had bathrooms, and but the solarium was also air conditioned, which was very weird because I'm pretty sure they didn't heat that pool. But that was the only place to get yeah, that was the only place to get pizza as well. And I think it was day 3 that we realized that there was pizza,
Mhm.
because we were like looking down. But yeah, there was no bathrooms on the pool deck, which makes no sense because if people are
None.
getting out of the pool and they're sopping wet, why would you not have a bathroom close by? You had to walk in towards the windjammer and down a hallway and around the corner, and it was like, I'm honestly surprised, more people didn't slip and fall, or, the floor wasn't soaked all the time.
Definitely.
It's
Yeah,
it's either that
definitely.
or
I
people were
agree.
peeing in the pool. I don't
Ooh,
know.
I don't wanna think about that.
I'm just curious. I'm just curious because I
I
didn't
don't
see
wanna
a
think
lot
about
of
that.
people going to the bathroom.
Ugh,
Just a thought.
um,
Well, we didn't get in, so
I'm
it's
just trying
fine.
to no. Just sitting there trying to think of different things, with this ship. We're again, this is our own opinion. You can go cruise it yourself, and your vacation's how you make it. Of course, we've always said that.
Hmm.
But I feel that just because it was just you and I, it was fine. Even though there
Yeah,
wasn't a lot of entertainment, it was fine. Now, if our husbands would have been with
yeah,
us, it probably would have been a sucky cruise.
yeah. Because again, like we enjoy doing things and having some kind of entertainment. I'm not a late night kind of person anyway. Even if you go on a vacation, you're it's hard to just stay up and party all night. But it would be nice if they had some, the piano bar or something of kind of entertainment to, their goal is to get you to buy alcohol. Have some entertainment where people do buy
Yeah,
alcohol.
they kept trying to get us to buy not really tickets, but to go into the what's it called? The other dining restaurants to kind of pay for
Oh,
that.
oh, the chop
Specialty
chop
dining.
grill, and yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
Giovanni's and
did.
all that stuff. And I'm like, no, we're good, we're good, we're good.
Yeah, we're gonna go for the free one. But yeah, that was that. We only got like, I think a couple people asked us that, but thankfully they weren't too pushy. We had one lady that was a little. We were like, no, we're good. Stop. Um, the other thing that, speaking of bathrooms, April and I had a little bit of an issue with was, the bathrooms were a little smaller on this ship as well. The rooms were a little smaller.
Oh, in the
The
room? You're talking about in the
couch,
room?
yeah, the couch wasn't, a very normal size couch. It was very small. It was, yeah, it was
Like a
like an
love seat.
oversized chair.
Yeah,
But
that too.
the showers were, they have shower curtains, which to me kind of grossed me out a little bit because, if you're standing sideways at the shower head, the shower curtain is touching your body, and I'm trying to clean my body.
Yes.
I'm like, I don't know who else's body has been attached to the shower curtain, but try not to think about that. But so you'd have to like have your back against the wall and literally have the, pull the shower. I just don't understand why they can't make the bathrooms just a smidge bigger, and have a slider door, or some kind of door, glass door. I just I just don't understand how you feel like you can clean yourself when you're touching all four corners of the wall.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
the
that was
bathroom was a
very
little small,
frustrating.
in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, it
Um,
was. But yeah, so anything else you can think of? I mean, I agree. Like April said, it was, it's our cruise. We made it how we want to make it. It was a beautiful ship. I would never tell anybody not to go on it. Um, they had bacon every day, so that was
that was a plus every
if you
day,
get to know
every
me,
day.
you'll know that I need bacon on my cruise. So
Not in
yeah,
her normal daily life. It's just on a cruise.
just on a cruise. Yeah, because my mother-in-law said one time, she was like, I didn't realize you had to have that much bacon. And I was like, no, I don't, in my normal life, but on my cruise, I like bacon. Um, I would prefer to have bacon over an alcoholic beverage.
Oh my
That's just me.
God. You're so
But dip it in my alcohol. But
there you go.
so yeah. But it was definitely a very beautifully laid out ship. It had I think they all have their own little quirks and things that could be better for sure. But it was definitely just for us doing a girls' trip and a quick, 5-day getaway. It was perfect. So
Yeah, I agree. It could have been a lot worse, but again, we made it what we could, and
yeah,
got to have those long late night talks until you
yeah.
fell asleep.
Yeah, that was awesome. Just sitting on the pool deck, just chilling. April passed out a couple times and took a couple
That was
pictures
a
of
bad
that.
picture, which we are not showing that picture on here at all. That's
Mouth
not a
open.
real picture of me.
That was funny though. I did send that to Bobby. So but yeah, hilarious. But it was definitely worth it. And I would I personally go on this ship again? No. Because I want to try other ships. Our goal is to, because we're doing this podcast and everything and the YouTube, is to try out as many ships as we possibly can, different cruise lines. We want to try out the Virgin voyages at some point,
Right.
hopefully soon. So but if our husbands were like, hey, let's go on it, sure, okay, you're gonna be bored, but
Right.
bring a crossword
You
puzzle.
go and do you, right? Bring a good book. We're
Yeah,
not paying for internet.
right.
I'm not
three
paying
hundred
extra for
dollars.
that. You're just gonna have to be bored.
Oh, and you're gonna have to be bored. I mean, that was our goal anyway on this cruise, was to go and just relax and
Disconnect.
have that. So
Yeah.
sadly, being a little difficult disconnecting from the spouses, but just putting your phones down. And that's why, I mean, I'm really bad about not taking pictures on cruises. Um, Afterwards, I'm like, God, I really should have taken more pictures, but I like to try to live in the moment, so it's
Right.
hard because, like, I know a lot of people we follow, walk around with one of those sticks, whatever they're called. And eh, to me, is
It's a
you're living
GoPro
through
or
a
something like that.
phone,
Yeah.
GoPro, or but it's just like, so I'm going to struggle in that area of trying to, you know, report and things like that and come back, because it's just hard, because I'm just like, I want my phone away from me as much as possible. So
Well, I'll be the picture taker and the video taker.
there you
And
go.
if our husbands are with us, I'm sure my husband will be happy to do that, because and your husband does the same thing. He likes to take pictures.
He
So,
does, yeah.
so we would be good
I
there.
have to remind him to bring his phone, but yeah, he he
That's
does.
true. That's
But yeah,
true. If he
but
has his
yeah,
phone,
well,
he will take pictures.
yeah. So we'll put some, maybe we'll do, like a little slideshow of some videos that we did take, and put those on YouTube as well. And that way, we have, some videos, so, of the ship. So, but yeah,
Works for
I
me.
am, works for you. All right. Well, and we recorded this time, so we are good.
Yes, I see the timer. That was so funny though. I was dying. I was like, "Oh my God, we've been doing this for over an hour," and all of a sudden it's like You ping me a message like, "I don't see the timer. Are you sure you're
I,
recording?" And I'm like,
and then
"No."
you took forever. And I was like, you know what? Screw it. We should just ask, like, do you see the timer? Is it recording? Because
And I didn't
like,
even notice the little private chat either, and I was like, so, you know,
yeah. So if we just start randomly asking questions, in the middle of it, we're going to be real. So, that's,
exactly. That's who we are.
that's who we are. So, but sure. But
So,
we'll do the trivia questions that we asked on this one. We'll kind of do that the next go
answer the
round.
next go
Yeah.
around, that'll be fine. And I don't think I have anything else to say, except for, my closing thing that I always say is, tune in, get your fix and cruise on. And we're always happy for feedback, whether it's good or bad. I'm not saying that we won't delete the bad, but we like to read them anyways.
But let us know, what your experience, if you did ever go on the Radiance of the Seas, and did you have, the same experience or
Experience.
whatever. Yeah. We'd like to hear from you. So like,
Absolutely.
subscribe, share. We're trying to do more TikTok. So,
I know I put quite a few out there from our cruise. So the more cruises
we
I
did.
take, the more TikToks I can do.
Exactly. So,
And of
well, we'll
course, it's
see
not
you guys next time.
we might not always do cruises though. I mean, there might be that point where we just do something on land and, review that
Yeah.
as well. And that's okay too.
Yep. We're going to try to do a Tennessee or something this next year. So, and then we're
Yeah,
planning our Alaska cruise, hopefully in 2 years. We're going to do,
2 years. There you go.
yeah.
2 years.
So tune in
That
for
would
two
work.
years. Okay.
That would work for us for 2 years because it's a long ways out. It costs a
Yeah.
lot of money, and the
Yeah.
life surrounding me right now is that would probably be best.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we'll see
And
how
life
things go,
happens.
but for sure. Yep.
Yeah.
Life happens. So, but tune in.
All So we will see you guys next time. So have a good night. Bye.
Bye.